Coming up in this video, in my quest to find the best spiced rum, I have been to, I was going to say Asda then, Aldi. I've been to Aldi and I've got their own spiced rum. This is Seadog, the old Seadog Black Spiced Rum. And I'm going to tell you all about it, what it smells like, tastes like, and how to best enjoy it as a highball. Stay tuned. Hey Spiced Rum fans, I am Steve the Barman and I'm hoping these videos are going to help you drink, serve and enjoy better quality spiced rum drinks. That is what I'm all about. As always, I want to hear from you. So drop me a note in the comments below. Tell me about your recent spiced rum exploits. Tell me a spiced rum that you want me to feature in the future. Tell me your favourite spiced rum mixer. Hit me up in the comments below. And if you want to chat to other spiced rum fans as well, this community is growing by the day. It's getting the banter's flying now. People's collections are out there. Come and join us on Facebook in the Spiced Rum Club. Links below. Come and chat to, find loads of new friends, loads more different spiced rums that you've probably never even seen before. The Spiced Rum Club. Come and join us. Right then, gang, I've been getting loads of comments recently and DMs. Steve, what do you think of a certain supermarket spiced rum, whether it's Tesco's, Asda, Aldi, Lidl? So I thought I would start to make a crack on the supermarket spiced rums. In all honesty, I had held off because I'm kind of expecting the spiced rum boom to sort of come over 2020. And I had half expected certain supermarkets to delist their original spiced rums and then come back on the market with more premium spiced rums. So that was kind of why I was holding off. But there's certain ones that have been around now that have got quite a good reputation. So I thought, let's just sod it, let's just go for it. So the first one I'm going to start off with is Aldi's, and it's the old, I've got to get this right, the old Seadog Black Spice. Now, there's one thing I want to point out with this one as well. We were actually having chats this Monday, we were actually having chats in the Spiced Rum community last night because people thought this was kind of moulded on Kraken. To my mind, I've not even tasted it, opened it, smelt it, no idea. To my mind, the only similar resemblance is in the fact that it's the colour. Okay, I have got Kraken because I've got two of these spiced rums that I'm going to do. I've got a Kraken there, so I'm going to do it side by side. I don't think this is purposely aimed at Kraken at all, purely by this comment. A premium black spiced rum based spirit drink. Okay. With notes of sweet vanilla, burning spices, coffee and citrus, lime, kicking, finished with a deep rum aftertaste. The clue is there, spiced rum based spirit drink. Okay, so we are automatically assuming the amounts of sugar in this. Yes, it's a 40% ABV, so legally it could be classed as a spiced rum if you like. But I'm assuming the amount of sugar that's gone in here and colourings is going to be a world apart from Kraken, which I'm not a big fan of, let's be honest. World's End Dark Spiced Rum, hands down my favourite sort of darker spiced rum at the moment. Absolutely love that. But let's get back onto Seadog. £15 a bottle, that's the cool thing. £15, not going to break the bank at all. I've got absolutely no idea who makes this for them, whether it's made in the UK, whether it's made elsewhere, no idea. I cannot find out anything about this at all. All I know is kind of got released 2018, I think it first came about in a limited edition, guys, and then can sort of see internet history that it came back in 2019 and has been around ever since. And say 40% ABV, £15 a bottle. So apart from that, I've got no idea. Just quickly read you through this again. Premium black spiced rum based spirit drink with notes of sweet vanilla, warming spices, coffee and citrus lime kick, finished with a deep rum aftertaste. So there we go. That's all we really know about it. Right then, what does it smell like? Let's crack it. So smell, sweet. Wow, that smells sweet. The big vanilla. Actually, that That is very reminiscent for me of something like Old J that's very, very sweet coming off the nose there. Sweet vanilla, definitely the lime comes through. Not too much of the spice, it's just big, bold vanilla, sweet vanilla notes and a bit of citrus. Right then, what does it taste like? And actually, I'm very pleasantly surprised by that. Look, it is not up there with some of the spiced rums that I've tasted. It is not a beater in that sense, but remembering this is £15 a bottle, so the kind of market is going up against, actually, it is quite a decent spiced rum. Sweetness scale, I'm probably going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. It's not cloyingly stick to your teeth sweet like lambs, for instance. That really kind of does stick to your teeth, and bamboo is quite a sweet one as well. So not kind of sweet like that. The one thing that kind of does, it's very sweet. How can I explain? It's very sweet on the first taste, but the finish is kind of a dry alcohol. The alcohol, the burn for the 40% does come through, but it's kind of balanced-ish, which makes this a kind of an all right rum to drink neat. Actually, over ice. You know, you get the sweetness first, balances out with a little bit of sort of dry alcohol. That's actually not too bad. And again, the interesting thing that it does, because you've got the sweetness up top, the very first sort of flavours you get are that sort of, that actually it's not as limey or citrusy as I was expecting off the nose. It is kind of the vanilla. Not getting too much warming spices overall. They do come out because of the sweetness, but they kind of very quickly, here's a posh word, they very quickly dissipate. We don't do posh words. They very quickly disappear to allow for this sort of alcohol comes through. That's actually quite intriguing. The one thing I'm just going to do, actually, it's just here off camera. We're going to kind of compare it to the whole Kraken thing. Let's, well, different colour. Massively different colour. We need an ice cube. Right. Kraken, off the nose, you know, not even in the same ballpark as that. The sweetness, actually off the nose, I think I do prefer that, because you do get that kind of sweetness coming through, but million miles apart. And then on the taste, so I'm giving that about a 3.5, close. It's got to be 3.5 out of 5 on the sweetness scale. That is a 3. It's not a 5. It's not a 4 purely because the alcohol kind of dulls it down on the aftertaste. Whereas this is kind of a 3. It's not as vanilla forward at all. Not as citrus heavy at all. It's actually, it's not one of my favourites, but it's an all right spiced rum. So I'm not overly convinced you're gonna find the comparison between the two. I'm not overly convinced, if you're a big Kraken fan, that is a £15 substitute, bearing in mind that's what, 24-ish pounds a bottle. I'm not convinced that's a £7-8 saving for you. Let's put it like that. I think if you're a big Kraken fan, you're going to stick to Kraken over that. But this, I would just ignore the colour. I'm purely going up against your Old J's, your Dead Man's Fingers, your Red Legs, that kind of spiced rum. Take colour out of the equation. It is really not going up against Kraken at all. But it's actually pretty, for 15 quid a bottle, it's actually pretty decent. Right then, how can you best enjoy this as a highball? Well, because of that sweetness, because of that kind of vanilla and lime, it just works with all your big favourites, your Cokes, your ginger beers. If that's how you drink your spiced rums, then honestly, you are not going to be disappointed. As I say, don't think of this as a Kraken kind of spiced rum. It's not. Think of this comparison, if you're going to compare it to, as I say, DMF, Dead Man's Fingers, Old J's, what else we got, Lambs. Oh, it's better. For me, it's better than Lambs, easily. It's that kind of, ilk for you. So here we go. I've got some cracking fun drinks for you. So ignore Coke, ignore ginger beer. They work. They're a given. What I did actually like was, I love playing about with these actually. Rubicon, the passion fruit. These are, I do use a lot of their juice actually on my cocktail masterclasses, but I do have these for fun spiced rum drinks. So really love those two together. I just thought that was really, and it stands to reason because the whole passion fruit and vanilla from the porn style martini, you've got vanilla forward there and passion fruit. I just thought that was a cracking highball. Really like that. Loads of fun. And then just coming in slightly behind it was the kind of mango as well. Mango Rubicon. Again, sparkling, not as thick and gloopy as the juices, but really like them. So that was my first pick, if you like. First and second pick. Brilliant drinks. Love them. And then my next drink, where it came into its own as well, was Old Jamaica's pineapple soda. Again, fun. Just make sure to spin that round. Sorry, the label's all back to front on the bottom here, look. But just a fun, innocent drink. Really lovely. As I say, £15 a bottle with that. Don't get too pretentious with your mixers or your cocktails or anything like that. It's just that vanilla that comes forward, the tiny bit of sort of citrusy lime in the back there, just works. Really fun. And then my last mixer, actually, if you want your sweetness dialed back, if that's enough sweetness for you, and you kind of like your sort of the mixers not to be overly sweet, this, as my other pineapple soda, was amazing. Better for me than Fentimans Tropical Soda. Different drinks, but just better. I really like that combo together actually, because the sweetness of rum kind of makes that perfectly kind of balanced drink. Really like that. So I hope you enjoyed that. There we go. It's my picks. That's Seadog, 15 quid a bottle. Go and check it out right now. See you soon.